I recommend to all lovers of homemade pastries to try this recipe for making raspberry sponge cake, the most delicate and very tasty. Such a delicacy just melts in your mouth. The first step is to beat the eggs into a small bowl and combine with sugar. Beat with a whisk or mixer until bubbles appear. In a small saucepan, bring the water to a boil and send the egg mixture to a water bath. Continuing to beat, you need to increase the mass in volume at least twice. Then remove it from the water bath. Continuing to beat, cool down a little. Gradually introduce flour, whisking so that there are no lumps. If you have your own version of the dough, which never fails, you can slightly change the recipe for raspberry sponge cake. Cover the baking sheet with parchment, and carefully pour out the dough. Send the baking sheet to the preheated oven, and in the meantime you can do the filling. Wash the raspberries, and put them in a colander. Combine butter with sugar, depending on the sweetness of the berry, and your taste preferences, and beat until smooth. When the cream is ready, add fresh berries to it and mix gently. When the biscuit is ready, you need to take it out of the oven, and immediately roll it up with parchment. It is very easy to fold hot. Then carefully remove the paper, and the biscuit itself can be soaked with sugar syrup if desired. If the berries are not too juicy, unwrap the sponge cake, and lubricate it liberally with cream. The more berries, the tastier the raspberry sponge cake will be at home. Roll the biscuit into a roll, and leave it to soak properly. You can complement this simple recipe for raspberry sponge cake with an appetizing glaze. For its preparation, it is necessary to bring butter with milk and sugar to a boil. Add a little cocoa, and after a couple of minutes the glaze will be ready. It remains only to pour it on top and, if desired, decorate it additionally to taste. That's all. Delicious homemade dessert is ready.